Greetings and salutations, folks, and welcome once again, as always, to another helping of Mr. H's Hot Pot. You join me today, hot off the school run. I've just dropped little Toby James off at school, which means I now have the morning at least to myself. So I thought, why not go out for a bit of a bimble and knock a video out. Now, today's little video, I've been meaning to document this for about 2 years now, and I've just not got round to it. But today is the day. And I'm currently making my way alongside the River Yarrow, which is just bubbling away alongside me to my right. And the River Yarrow at this point runs through Duxbury Park, which is located in Chorley in Lancashire. And the little curiosity that I'm going to be taking a look at today has been here since 1842. And it is the grave of the family dog of the family that used to own all this land, which is the Standish family. The Standish family, their name goes way back in Lancashire folklore to before Henry VIII. That's how long the family have been around for. And I believe that this particular branch of the Standish family, a gentleman by the name of Miles Standish, who is reputed was born at Duxbury Hall, which no longer stands, was actually one of the founding fathers of America. If you go to St. Lawrence's Church, which is in Chorley, and you go inside there, you'll find that there's a plaque dedicated to him along with an American flag. So that's this little area of Lancashire's claim to fame. They gave birth to one of the founding fathers, the Mayflower and the Pilgrims and all that. But that's not what we're coming to see today. The history that we're going to be taking a look at comes from the Victorian age, like I said, 1842. And it's the grave of Bevis the Dog. Some people call it Bevis the Dog, but it's not, it's Bevis the Dog. And this dog was a beloved pet to the lady of the manor at the time, Susan Standish. And when he died, she had him brought to the banks here where they'd done many walks and buried, and slowly but surely, as time went on, more and more got added to it. Now, there's a rather wholesome story regarding Bevis the dog, and this is one of the reasons supposedly the dog was so beloved by the family. At one point in the Standish family history, a fire broke out during the night at Duxbury Hall. Back then there was no smoke detectors or anything like that. So basically, unless someone physically saw the fire, real tragedies could happen. Now supposedly, the dog roused the family. There was awoken by its incessant barking this particular night, and when they finally came down to chastise the dog, they saw that the hall was on fire and all the family got out safely. Now that's a nice, wholesome story. The only problem with that is as you'll see when we take a look at the inscription on this dog's grave, the dog passed away, it's believed, in 1842. But the fire at Duxbury Hall happened in 1859. So Bevis would have been at least 17 years old by that point. So it's a wholesome story, but whether there's any truth in it or not, who knows. Some people have theorised that maybe the stonemason made a mistake on the gravestone. I can't see that happening, as I don't think the Standish family would have paid for it. They'd have just said scrap it and do a new one. Other people have said maybe there's something paranormal and spiritual about it. You know, the spirit of the dog came back and they heard barking that night. Who knows? Now, regarding someone creating a memorial for a dog, it's something I can buy into. As some of you know, when I first started this channel, it used to feature my dog, Lucy, Black Labrador that I had. Now, last year, sadly, she passed away, and I was heartbroken over it. She hadn't featured in my videos for a number of years, simply because old Father Time had caught up with her, and she was getting too old for becoming on bimbles. But she was there in the early ones, And I'm currently in the process of creating a memorial for my dog, so I can understand why Susan Standish decided to build a memorial here by the side of the River Yarrow. Anyway, I'm not far off it now, but what I have got to do, I've got to traverse a lot of mud, because if you ever come for a bimble in Duxbury Park, one side it's a lovely tarmac tarp path. The other side, which I'm on and where this memorial is, isn't so. It's very muddy. So I don't want to be going bum over pap, so I'm going to make my way to where this memorial is, and then we'll pick up this video from there. So, Potters, I'm now making my way towards this little clearing where this memorial to the Standish family dog, Bevis, is located. But as you can see, that after there's been some heavy rain, like we've had for the past couple of days, you'll end up with water making its way off the hills through those trees and trying to make its way down to the River Yarrow, and it just makes this whole footpath unpassable unless you've got a pair of Wellingtons on like I have. So I'm glad I've put those on today. Anyway, we're now making our way to the little clearing where the final resting place of Bevis the dog is located. And here it is, Hot Potters. Now, this memorial that's here today isn't half as grandiose as the one that Susan Standish erected in 1870. The only original part of this memorial is the inscription stone, which sadly, thanks to old Father Time, you're not able to read it very well. So what I'll do, I'll put up a screenshot now of that inscription so that you can read it for yourselves. So there we go, Hot Potters, a very touching and fitting tribute to a family pet that no doubt Susan Standish very much missed, as she had this stone put here in 1870, decades after the dog's passing. And what you've got to remember is this was a time when a lot of people went buried in unmarked graves. So for her to have a stone commissioned with so much writing to a family pet shows just how much she loved the dog and how much she missed him. Now, the statue that's here today isn't the original one that was put here after the 1950s. The original dog that used to be here, someone decapitated it when the estate had fallen into disrepair, and the rest of the memorial, that just disappeared, so who knows where that ended up. But I do happen to have a photograph from the Victorian era of what this memorial looked like originally, and I'll put that in for you now. And once again, you can see that it pays tribute and testament to just how much Susan Standish missed this particular dog named Bevis. Anyway, Hot Potters, there we have it. It's just a little curiosity here in Duxbury Park that can still be seen today. I'm now going to whip the camera around and make my way back whence I came. So, Hot Potters, there we go. That'll just about do it for me for today. Hope you've enjoyed today's little video and little bimble taking a look at the grave of Bevis the dog here in Duxbury Park in Chorley in Lancashire, and exploring the strange story behind it. But what's your thoughts on today's video? Do you fully understand where Susan Standish was coming from, grieving the loss of a beloved pet decades on? Or do you not understand it? Is it not something that you do? Is a dog just a dog to you, and as one passes you just go and get another? Speaking for myself, I fully understand where she was coming from, as a year on I've still not got over the loss of Lucy, as I still miss her, and as I say, I'm currently working on a memorial for her in my back garden, as that's where I've buried her, so I know where she is. So I fully understand where the Standishes were coming from. Anyway, please leave your comments below. This little series of videos where I'll be coming out doing a bimble hot off the school run is one that I think I'll keep going, because it works out quite well for me. as I have a few hours to come out, make a video, and then get on with the rest of the day. So all that's left for me to say is, once again, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I'm going to head off now back to the old jalopy, get back to the old homestead, and edit up all this footage ready for your edification as always. So until the next time, from Mr. H, deep in Duxbury Park Woods, it is bye-bye for now.